Okay, guys, so today we're going to be talking about a news that broke out this morning, and it said that Ronald Koeman has a clause in his contract that right now he's coaching Holland, but he has a clause in there that says he can leave in the summer of 2020, but only to coach Barcelona. So just to be more in detail, it says in the clause that he is allowed to leave after the Euro 2020, which is next summer, and he says that he's allowed to leave to Barcelona and only for that club. Even though that in his contract it says that he has a contract until 2022. So basically by 2022, Qatar World Cup. So for those of you who don't know who Ronald Koeman is, he's a retired center back that used to play for Barcelona. He played for Ajax and he played for PSV. But back in the 80s and 90s, he was very known for playing very well with Barcelona. And then after his career, his playing career, like on the field, he started coaching and he started off as a second assistant for Barcelona in 2000. And right now, as we speak, he is now the head coach for the Holland national team, and he started back in February 2018. He was appointed to coach that team because Holland failed to qualify for the World Cup of 2018. So right now they're competing to qualify for the Euro 2020, and they're actually doing pretty good. They're not doing that bad. They beat Germany 4-2, Estonia 4-0, Northern Ireland 3-1, and Belarus 2-1, and right now they're beating Germany by goal difference. They're first place. So just by me telling you these stats, you might think like, okay, then he's a pretty good coach. If he can handle Holland, then he can handle Barcelona. But the thing is, I was doing a lot of research, and throughout the times that I've been like, seeing his name lurk around the internet, I was thinking like, just because he played for Barca and he played with players like Johan Cruyff, it doesn't mean that he's going to be a good coach or a good fit for Barcelona, because he does have a bad record at club football, and especially when he was coaching Everton back in, I believe, 2016, 2017, and he was sacked from that position because they were entering the relegation zone. And by seeing that worries me a little bit, because if you're that bad and if you can't handle club level football, then if you can't handle Everton in general, like we're talking about Everton here, and if you can't take them into the at least the middle of the Premier League, like the mid table of the league, then you have no reason to coach Barcelona. And then a lot of you might ask me, but look, he's doing good at with Holland, and he can handle players like De Jong and Matthews De Legit. But the thing is, international football is very different from club football. International football, you don't have to play every weekend, week out. With international football, you have more time to prepare the games. It's basically like saying you're only going to play one game per month. It's not that hectic. You don't have like a very compact schedule. And just by seeing how he's succeeding with Holland and how he failed to coach Everton back in 2016, 2017, maybe Ronald Koeman is a international type manager, but not a club level manager. Maybe he's not ready for that. So I don't think it's a really good idea. And Barca is known for really getting coaches that have been involved with Barca back in the past. And just because we seen Ronald Koeman become a center back for Barcelona back in the 80s and 90s doesn't mean that we should hire him. He just doesn't have what it takes to coach a club level team, especially like a team like Barcelona. And also, I would like to talk about the timing of this. The thing is that Xavi is getting ready for coaching Barcelona. So if you think about it, let's say if Barca does say, okay, we want Ronald Koeman in 2020. If we sign him and we sign him for 4 years, Xavi's gonna be like, what's going on? I was preparing to coach Barcelona. I got my qualifications to coach Barcelona. I've coached other teams before. I'm ready to coach Barcelona. And 4 years from now, Xavi's not gonna wait 4 years. So basically, what I would say is get Xavi in 2020 or 2021, whatever it takes, right? And just forget about Ronald Koeman, because with Xavi is very different. He was in the era of Barcelona's greatest team, and he spent his whole life in Barcelona, his whole playing career in Barcelona. He knows the ins and out of that club, and he knows how to work with players. So having Ronald Koeman as the future coach for Barcelona is not the way that we should go. We should wait for Xavi. We should be patient. Xavi is going to come, and I'm a huge fan of Xavi. Like, I really want Xavi to coach for Barca, because I truly understand that he knows and he understands how Barca works. I don't want to see any manager other than Xavi after Valverde. Xavi has the experience of playing in the midfield. When he becomes a coach for Barcelona, It's gonna be so good. Like I'm closing my eyes and I'm just thinking like, man, like how the level that Barca's gonna play by the time Xavi comes is gonna be so amazing because we have players like the Jong and Arthur who are coming and they're coming in strong and they're not even 24 yet. Both of them are not even 24 yet. So just imagine when Xavi becomes a coach and he teaches them the fundamentals and everything that he has experienced as a midfielder with Barcelona. And Xavi could teach them something that they don't know. So it's just gonna be it's gonna be amazing to have Xavi as a coach. And I know I'm getting a little sidetracked here, like it's not really what the topic is about, but the thing is, you guys have to understand that we can't have no other coach other than Xavi. We don't need no Ronald Koeman. It doesn't matter that he played for Barcelona back in the 70s and 80s and 90s. He has a bad record at club football, and it has shown. And if he can't take on Everton, then he can't take on Barcelona. We need Xavi. Xavi knows everything. He knows he was he's like the midfielder. He was probably in the top two best midfielders of this generation. So, in my opinion, get Xavi. Forget about Ronald Koeman. Let's be patient now, and let's just be patient now and get the best instead of being very urgent and we want something now, right? And then get something bad later in 2020 and 2021. So again, thank you for watching. Appreciate it. I'll see you guys next time.